start again. Hi guys, welcome back to... Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had to restart my intro like multiple times because that clip always cracks me up. Always cracks me up. It's so hilarious. So climate change activists, once again, trying to ruin everybody's fun, storming the stage, trying to disrupt the filming of Sweden's version of Strictly Come Dancing, or here in the US, Dancing with the Stars. And I just don't know how they think this is going to give their cause any credibility, because they're just known as party poopers. They're just known as a bunch of miserable people who break the law and seem to get away with breaking the law over and over again. At the Oxford Union, we had a trans activist who glued their hand to the ground in the middle of the whole thing. And, you know, it took them a while for them to remove the person. A trans activist has glued themselves to the floor at the Oxford Union in protest of a talk by Professor Kathleen Stock. Riz Posner, a student activist, sat in front of Professor Stock and Union President Matthew Dick, wearing a t-shirt emblazoned with the words, "No more dead trans kids," which again is completely hyperbolic. Posnet was glued to the floor in front of the speakers and refused to move, while two other protesters stood up at different ends of the room, shouting and handing out leaflets. The protesters were booed by members of the audience, with one attendee calling for free speech and another urging everyone to listen to Kathleen Stock. And that's what they do, whether it's a trans activist or a climate activist, they all have the same tactics. They literally interfere with free speech by physically preventing you from speaking, or being heard, I should say, from physically preventing you from being heard, because they will shout, scream, so that even when you're trying to continue, you can't even get your thoughts together because you have to try and think of what you want to say. You have to try and remember your speech, remember what your point was during this whole thing while they're shouting and screaming. Now, in the case of, over in Sweden, they tried to stop the show going on, but those dancers remained focused, and I commend them for that. Those dancers continued, and the cameraman got in on the action. Now, I think he was just scanning the room, as cameramen do, or women, camera persons, and nailed one of the activists right in the kisser. So again, I don't condone, I hope they're okay. I hope they're not injured or anything. But the moment was very satisfying. I'm not going to lie. The moment was very satisfying. The Daily Mail, Foxtrot off. Incredible moment. Eco-campaigner storms Sweden's Strictly Come Dancing final. This is the final. These climate activists, many of them subscribe to socialism, so they don't believe in working, they don't believe in working hard, come and storm the stage and try and take away their moment. Terrible. This is the incredible moment eco-activists stormed the grand final of Sweden's version of Strictly Come Dancing before a quick-thinking cameraman dramatically brought their stunt to an end. So it was deliberate. I thought maybe it's just scanning the room, and oops, it just happened to, hit the activist. Climate activists from the Restore Wetlands protest group ran onto the stage with powder paint and a banner, interrupting a performance during the Friday night final of Let's Dance on TV4. Olympic skier Charlotte Kalla was dancing the paso doble with her professional partner, Tobias Karlsson, as a man and woman launched themselves in front of the pair while hundreds of thousands watched at home. They don't care about invading people's personal space. They don't care about criminal damage. They're all for preserving the planet, but they go around causing such destruction, destroying things, throwing away good milk. And, people have had enough. But one cameraman wasn't having any of it and used an overhead rig as a battering ram to charge at the man and knock him to the ground. The protesters were then swiftly removed from the studio, with 3 people later questioned by police on suspicion of vandalism. See, again, what's this questioning? They need to be arrested and need to be thrown in jail. So let's have a look at the full video. Okay, that cameraman needs a raise. He needs a promotion immediately, maybe head of security, something of that nature, and he needs to be awarded with some sort of accolade, because the accuracy upon which he took out that climate activist, the accuracy was just beautiful, perfect precision. So much respect to that cameraman, because that was wonderful. And I'm sure the dancers were grateful too, because they got them off the stage very swiftly. The show continued, because these people love to disrupt things. They love to disrupt the show going on. And on this occasion, they failed. And I'm glad they did. They stopped people getting to their destinations, laying out on the road and things of that nature. And on many occasions, it has disrupted things that are very serious, like people trying to get to hospitals, people trying to get to their sick loved ones, things like that. Terrible. And they don't care. They don't care whose lives they disrupt, because many of these activists are malnourished. They're obsessed. They think the world is going to end in 5 years, and then 5 years goes by, nothing happens, and then they say it's going to end in another 5 years. Why can't they just get on TV and have a civilized debate and share knowledge and share information, educate people? But the thing is, a lot of it is propaganda, it's not education, and people aren't buying it. So, I'm glad that they were apprehended immediately, but I don't understand what this suspicion of vandalism is. They need to be charged, and they need to have a court date pending. Okay, let's continue. The stage invasion was caught on camera from several different angles. Yeah, brilliant angles. Every angle is satisfying to see, including a video filmed by the activists themselves. It captures the moment that the activists jump out of their chairs in the audience before running onto the stage. One activist pulls out a pouch of yellow powder paint, while the other holds out a banner reading "Restore Wetlands." In a tackle he could not have seen coming, the male protester is taken out by a camera suspended on a crane, which swings into him. The weight of the equipment sends the activist flying, with footage from the camera itself showing its full force. The group are then swiftly removed from the dance floor by stewards on the set, and later filmed themselves furiously leaving the studio following their stunt. They should have left in a police car. This is what I'm tired of seeing, whether it's here in the US, in Europe, in the UK, in different parts of Europe. I'm tired of seeing these people just commit criminal damage, commit damage to people's property, to people's businesses, throw away good food, destroy paintings, relics, artwork of various kinds, and then just walk out as if nothing has happened. They should be arrested, and they need to be leaving in a police car. No one's going to take these people seriously. They make fools of themselves. They make a mockery of what they're fighting for. People don't even know what they're fighting for half the time, because the attention gets taken away with their antics. In a statement translated from Swedish, the campaigner explained why she staged the protest. "We want nothing more than to have fun, and I also love to dance. But my future will be anything but full of fun. The situation is so urgent that we cannot sit in the audience and just watch when our lives are threatened by climate collapse. Please." See, this is why people can't take them seriously. They act as if the world is going to end. It's a matter of urgency. We won't have lives. We won't be able to dance. And they've been saying this from when I was a kid. First it was global warming and things like that. They just changed the language they use. The evidence should speak for itself. All these antics, people can't take seriously. Cross-country skier Kalla, who was Sweden's most decorated Olympian with 3 gold medals, was commended by judges for not letting the ordeal deter her in her final performance. So she was runner-up in the contest on Friday night, losing out to YouTuber Hampus Hedström. Okay, so she was runner-up. Now, again, I would have given her a 10 out of 10 for her composure, but they're judging them on the dance in itself. And Roxy Farhat, spokesperson for Restore Wetlands, confirmed that the group was behind the stunt, with the aim of drawing attention to what they say is a climate disaster. "We are heading for a climate collapse, and our politicians are only making the crisis worse by not acting. We are the last generation that has a chance to stop this death project, she said. We have been demonstrating for 30 years, exactly, 30 years, and the world is still standing. But the politicians don't care, she added, explaining why the group has shifted to more unorthodox forms of protest. Well, I hope what happened with the cameraman will get them to think twice before they storm a stage and try and disrupt things. Cameramen, be ready. The cameramen are ready for you. So try again and let's see what happens. So let me know what you think. Did you enjoy watching that? Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and I will see you in the next video, God willing.